What's going on, my hungry humans, and welcome back to the Hungry Road. My name is Eric, and if it's your first time seeing my face, please go ahead and smash the subscribe button. I do car reviews, food reviews, and the like. So let's get started here. Today I'm in Morgantown, West Virginia, but I did fly into Pittsburgh, and I saw this beauty at the airport. This is the 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited L. Now the L means like extended wheelbase. Now you can get almost any of the Jeeps or Jeep Grand Cherokees in two different lengths. You can get them in the standard length, which only gives you 2 rows seating for 5, or you can get it with 3 rows seating for 7 or even 8 if you get the bench seat in the back. It's about a $2,000 difference to do that. But so I have this car, I've had it for a few days. I'm gonna go over a lot of things I like, some things I don't like, some features, and tell you if I'd buy one or not. So as I mentioned before, this Jeep here trim. Now there are about 7 different trims. Let's go over them real quick. There's the base Laredo, then there's the Altitude, then the Limited we have here, and the Trailhawk, that's like an off-road sort of variant. Then we have the Overland, which is like an off-road luxury. Then there's Summit, then there's Summit Reserve. Like, it goes on, and they're like super customizable as well. Now all these except for the Trailhawk and the Summit Reserve are available in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. Now, they are powered by the rear wheels. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is powered by the legendary 3.6 liter V6 variable valve timing Pentastar engine from Chrysler. Legendary engine, the same engine that was in my 2012 Challenger way back when, has made its way all the way up to the 2022s up here. It's a very reliable, very good engine. Plenty of torque, plenty of power, about 295 horsepower, but this is a very heavy vehicle, so it doesn't feel like it, but it does what it's supposed to do. All right, let's check out the front end together here. I'm a little indifferent about it. I was talking to my friend about this car, and she was like, it looks kind of like they took the old Jeep and like smashed the front end down a little bit, like someone like this to the old Jeep. I kind of like the front end of that one just a bit better. Looked a little bit more bulky, a little bit more strong, if that makes any sense, but I'm sure they did this for aerodynamic purposes. But we still have the traditional 7 slats in the grille here, the logos right up top, beautiful clean looking running lamps right here. We have the little yellow, it's actually white when you're driving, so turn signals turn yellow. Beautiful headlights in there, fog lamps below. We got a little fake plastic vent right here, and subtle chrome all the way down here at the bottom and mixed in with the grille, unlike that Nautilus we had, which was chrome everywhere. But it's a very solid looking front end. I do see a little plastic piece right here. I'm sure that's for optional adaptive cruise control and, you know, lane keep assist, stuff like that. You can option those things up, or you get those automatically when you buy one of the higher trim levels, Summit Reserve, Overland, things like that. All right, we have the back end here of the Jeep Cherokee, and I have mixed feelings about it. Like, it looks futuristic. I don't know if I really like it though. Like, it looks clean, don't get me wrong. Very nice, cool little strips, LEDs right here. Remember the old tail lights? They were a little thicker. I don't know, it had more presence. I know it follows the design language of the front end and all that stuff, but anyway, let's move on. We have our big logo right here up front, or in the back, and then we have the L down here, which signifies that you have the long wheelbase. If you couldn't already tell by how much longer the car is in the first place, but obviously it's for advertising purposes. We have a trim level off to the right side over there, but it's just a nice, really clean back end. Brake light is pretty long. That's a really long brake light. Remind me of the old Bentleys and the Audi, stuff like that, which went all the way across the back windshield like that. And again, more subtle chrome right here. Chrome logo, I already mentioned that. Chrome down here, but it's a nice solid back end. There's nothing wrong with it. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if I like it or not. So these here are the keys to the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Very simple looking key. We have chrome on one side, or both sides actually. Good accent there, logo. On the other side here, we do have all the buttons, pretty standard. Unlock, lock, remote start, trunk button, and a panic button. But like any other key or car these days, keep the keys in your pocket. Grab the door handle, and the door will unlock and beep twice. Open the door, and when you're ready to lock, go ahead and press these 3 little strips here. Car will beep and the car's locked. All right, so now we're inside the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and where the car really sold itself to me. Like, I'm not really big on the outside. It's cool looking, it's futuristic, but I don't know if I really like it. But inside, very beautiful. So as you can see, we had the leather seats, black leather seats. You can get upgraded Napa leathers, things like that. You can get 2 different colors. I believe it's like a chocolate brown. I probably would opt for the chocolate brown because it looks a little different and doesn't absorb as much heat in the summertime like a black leather will. We do have piano black trim right down the middle of the console here. And let's start talking about some of the individual features here. So let's start on the left side of the car. Here we do have our driver's side door panel, of course. We do have settings for 2 people, memory seat settings for 2 people. Very easy to set. Press the little S button, then you press the little number button, you're good to go. Now they're set into like this wood. I'm not sure if it's real. I can't really feel the grain of the wood or anything like that, but I don't care that much unless it looks completely obvious. No big deal. Nice little door handle, very comfortable armrest, which is very important to me because some cars don't have this little armrest right there. And one more thing that I like about the car, this little pocket. So you can put like, I don't know, change or whatever you want there. But sometimes this pocket is like a throughput, like it goes through. You would drop stuff if you put it in there. So little things that I like about the car. But like I said, the armrest, very, very important. The seats, very comfortable. It does have heat, 3-way heat. Well, not 3-way, but like 3 levels of heat. And I'm sure there's air conditioned seats the higher up in the trims that you go. Let's move on to the steering wheel. All new steering wheel, but they kept the volume button and the track buttons on the back of the wheel. So if I see my fingers back here, I can change the volume of whatever song I'm listening to or podcast or whatever. And on the left, I can change tracks or I can change radio stations or whatever. I love that Chrysler does that. Chrysler Jeep, if you didn't know. And so front of the steering wheel, on the right side here, we do have our adaptive cruise control distance sort of keeping thing. You can adjust it to go closer to the car in front of you or further away from you. Pretty self-explanatory. On the left side, we have our menu sort of option. So we can press the menu button here and we can change the way the dash looks. You can set up customizing, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, because the dash screen here, it is a screen. It's a complete screen. So you can toggle and move stuff all over the place. I'm not gonna get into all that. I'll let you play with it when you get yours. Now let's focus on the center of the car. The highlight, the 10.1 inch Uconnect screen, award-winning, absolutely gorgeous screen. The piano black trim flows right into the screen or right from the screen, whatever you want to call it. It looks beautiful, like a cell phone screen. It's not like a matte finish or anything like that, so you may get some glare off of it, you know, in the warmer months, or actually it doesn't matter, the sun's out, but it is absolutely beautiful. It's pretty responsive. It does take a little bit of time to load certain things, but do I care that much? Just a little bit. And while we're here, let's discuss the fam cam. So with the fam cam, there are actually cameras in the ceiling. So if I press this little button here, fam cam, I can now see in the row behind me and in the row in the back. That is absolutely incredible. So if someone's messing around back there, or if there's a plant that you're carrying is about to fall over, you can watch it on the screen, whatever the application may be. I think that is absolutely the coolest thing. Let's go back to the main screen here and explore some of the other options. So this thing is loaded with a whole bunch of different apps. I have no idea if people are going to use any of these apps, but I can see Alexa sitting here. We do have the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all those things are built right into here. You can turn a heated wheel on in the screen if you don't want to, but you can also do it at the climate control below you. I mean, just everything is in here. It's set up so well, like just bringing your cell phone into the car, you can have it sitting right here. So below the screen are your climate controls. I'm a big fan of the actual buttons for climate controls, so that you don't have to go into the screen and waste time and do all that stuff. You just press what you want right here. Nice toggles, they feel really good when you click them up and down. You can see the temperature on the screen whenever you're actually changing the temperature or the fan speed or whatever. Volume knob on the left, tuning on the right. I mean, very self-explanatory. I don't need to go through all of that. So below the climate control here, we do have our little cubby hole. Push down a little silver piece here, it'll spring it back up, revealing your storage right here. Now there's like a little hump in here. I'm not sure what the hump is for. Maybe so you can like lean your phone in there. I don't know. I don't see anything that indicates wireless charging, but I wouldn't put it past Jeep. But anyway, inside this cubby hole are 4 USB ports. Now, I know everybody's smartphone is not USB-C just yet, but that's what they did it for. So you have 2 USB-C ports and 2 USB-B ports, the regular looking USBs in here. Also inside, we have a 12-volt outlet. pretty standard. Got a little light in there so you can see it at night. Very nice looking. I just love how clean this looks when you shut it. So behind that, we have our sort of gear selector. You rotate it to park, reverse, neutral, drive. Those are all the gears you get. We do have paddles up here on the wheel in case you want to take it on the track or something. But we do have the paddles if you want to manual roll through your own gears, or if you're stuck in the mud or something like that, you know, give you more control over the 8-speed transmission in here. Behind that, 2 cup holders, nothing crazy, and we have a whole heap of storage. So let's open the top end first by pressing this little top part lid here. We have decent storage here. Put papers or registration, license, whatever you want to. I don't know why you leave license in the car. Anyway, but underneath that, we have another storage pocket, pretty deep in there. See, get my fist in there. So you lose maybe about a foot deep, if that's right, I don't know, but a lot of storage in here. And let's go over something this car doesn't have, and that is the passenger screen. So I don't know if you're familiar with the Ferrari like 812 Superfast or anything like that, but there's an actual screen on that side where they can see revs and speeds and stuff like that. Jeep has actually incorporated that. Well, you can incorporate that into your Jeep here. I'll try to put some pictures up here, but it's like an $1,100 option for the passenger to have their own screen over there. Now, I'm unsure what that screen does, but I'm sure it's pretty cool to have a screen over there, one in the dash, and then one right here. Up above us, we have the panoramic sunroof, so we're gonna go ahead and open it up. Let's open it, press the little button right here, and it'll slide all the way back, so the glass does extend all the way over and back across the second row. Very nice, very cool. It's only a $2,000 option, but I think it's absolutely worth it. It adds a lot of natural light to the car, and this makes it look a lot better. Oh, and I missed something. So above your 10.1-inch Uconnect screen, we have 6 different buttons here. So we have your auto stop start. You can press that to turn it auto stop start off, so when you come to a light, the car won't shut itself off, but you might want it to do that with the terrible gas mileage this thing is going to be getting, especially with these gas prices. Next to that, we have your lane keep assist, so the car will beep and alert you and like kind of steer you back into the lane. That's not autopilot, but it'll help you out. Next to that, traction control, self-explanatory. Next to that, flashers. Next to that, your parking assist. So if you're like snow or covered all over your bumpers and stuff, and your car is just beeping and going crazy, thinking that you're getting ready to hit something, you press this button and it turns the parking sensors off. Last but not least, the sport mode button. So I can't wait to try that out to see how it wakes the car up or anything like that. And we have a blank on the right side, so I'm wondering what that does, but I'm sure if you get a higher trim level, that blank won't be there. All right, let's discuss the back seat here, the second row of the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Very nice, very roomy. I love that I have the skylight above me, plenty of daylight, makes the car feel just a bit bigger. Lots of headroom here, but some of the details here, more wood on the door panel. We have 2 speakers in the door. As I mentioned, this car has an Alpine sound system. Now, if y'all remember Alpine, they were making some, they still make incredible sound systems to put in your trunks and cars or whatever, but it sounds incredible. Like I've mentioned in numerous videos, Chrysler knows what to do with the sound system. Now, I know it was Alpine, but this thing beats. The bass is incredible. It gets my ears to tingle a little bit. I absolutely love it. I mean, of course, I have the bass maxed out, but one of the best sound systems I've heard in any of the cars I've rented. Moving on. So let's talk about the center console here. This is a tri-zone climate car. So each driver can have a climate, the passenger can have its own climate, and now in the back, the rear, so the whole back of the car here will have its own climate. You adjust it right here in the front, traditional buttons, self-explanatory, I gotta go through all that. But below that, we do have 4 more USB ports. Again, 2 USB-Cs, 2 USB-Bs, just in case your phone or device or whatever has not upgraded to a USB-C platform just yet. Little storage pocket in front. Can't forget the 115 volt house outlet plugged in back here in case you want to iron your clothes while you're driving along. I doubt you can do that. I should try that out. Anyway, we have cup holders down here at the bottom, just 2 of them. Little storage pocket, nothing crazy. We have a little LED light, kind of just push it, comes on, but very nice, very comfortable back seat. I could take a little ride this. Let me recline a little bit. Yeah, pull the little handle. Oh yeah, see, I can sit like this for quite a while, but I love this car. The interior is selling it for me. All right, so let's get into the third row seat here. So these are the two captain's chairs in the second row. There's a little lever up here on the right shoulder of the seat. Pull that up and it unleashes the seat. You kind of just lift it up and push forward. And you can almost pinch my hand there. Be careful not to pinch your hand. And then you can kind of climb in. We have nice little steps down here. It's gonna climb in and have a seat here in the back. I still have the seat leaned back from when I was sitting up there earlier, but it's comfortable. So I'm back here. I have plenty of headroom. This is where the camera is right here. So it's actually just one camera and it can like look all over the place. That's pretty impressive. Let's get some light going here so you can see me. I do have my own climate vent there. Nothing crazy. And each person has 2 USB ports. So I do stand corrected. You can fit a maximum of 7 people in this, I'm sorry, 6 people in this configuration. Now, if you get the bench seat for the second row, then you could do 7 because there's only room for 2 back here. But anyway, we do have USB-C and USB-B on both sides here. But that's kind of it. Little cup holder, little place for storage. Nothing crazy. But again, this is not a bad place to be. So if you're a family of 7, this might be a great investment for you. But you can't put your stuff in the back. So there's very little room back there now with the third row up. You might want to opt for some thing that sits on top of your car or pull the trailer behind you. So let's open the tailgate here. There is a button or like sort of a handle right here. You're just gonna click it and the trunk will open up by itself, completely motorized. And if you want to close it, there's a button right here on the left side. You just press that to close it. It'll beep 4 times and close. But let's interrupt it because we don't want it to close right now. So let's see if we can fit an Eric D. Weaver in here. So let's climb in here. And can I press the button behind me while I'm sitting in here? Found the button. Let's see if I can fit in here. Wish me luck, guys. I think my shoulder's gonna stop it. Yep, shoulder stopped it. And it's still trying to close. There we go, I finally gave up. So let's push the tailgate back open and let's see how much more room we're gonna get if we lower the seats. Now to lower the seats, there are handles on the back. It's a 50-50 split, nothing crazy. Pull this handle once, that'll lower the third row seat in case you need better visibility out the back and get the third row up. Do it for this side too. But to lower the seat, pull it all the way and push forward. Now you have so much more room in here to put everybody's luggage and boxes and the plants you were hauling. Everything goes back in here. Nice job. And if you want to pull the seats back up, there is a little strap here. You just kind of yank on the handle and the seat will come back up. It is all manual. And you have your seat back up. Now I understand people like the motorized seats. Those are pretty cool, but this is just fine, especially if you're trying to keep the cost down. How often are you gonna be putting your seats up and putting them down? But in case you have your third row up and need more storage, just a bit more, you can pull the floor, the face or false bottom up. It's completely removable. Not sure for what reason, but you have a little more cubic feet of space in there. Nothing crazy. While I still have some daylight left, let's talk about the flag here. There's been a lot of conversation about this flag and why it's backwards. Well, when the wind is blowing, this is what the flag looks like because it's blowing this way. So the flag pole should be here and wind's blowing this way, it goes that way. So it represents the Jeep moving forward, America moving forward, humans moving forward, life moving forward. Does that make sense? I hope it does. All right, we are inside the 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited L, and I love it. Immediately, that thick steering wheel that I had on the Nautilus, it reminds me of luxury. I mean, this is not like a, I mean, it could be a luxury vehicle if you got the Summit Reserve, any of those trim levels, but I love the way this feels in my hand. Like I'm driving something worth driving. You know, it's a thick steering wheel. It's like having a heavy watch, you know, made of like real metals and rare metals and stuff like that. So that's what it reminds me of. I love it. But the car is very, very comfortable, drives very smooth. I mean, I just absolutely love how it doesn't feel too floaty. It does feel floaty, soft, but not like I'm in a 96 Caprice Classic, you know, or a Buick Roadmaster, you know what I mean? Not that kind of floaty. It's very precise. I command the road. It feels good. The hood doesn't feel too long. I feel like I'm sitting up at just the right height. mean, they got it right here with this vehicle. So we're at the light right now. It's very quiet. I mean, I can't hear much around me at all. Engine is nice and smooth. Nothing's vibrating or stuttering, anything like that, like I had in the Mini Cooper. I keep dropping other car names, but it is whatever. This is a car channel, I'm being honest. I can't say how much I like this vehicle. Like, I would seriously consider buying one of these. I'm not an SUV guy at all, but I have definitely fallen in love with this one, mainly this screen. I absolutely love this 10.1-inch Uconnect screen. It's so colorful and vibrant and reminds me of using my phone on maximum brightness because I love all the colors and all that stuff. I'm a little weird, don't judge me. But as I cruise along here, I'm tending to think about the other SUVs of the market. Like, which one looks the best to me? Now, we have the Jeep Grand Cherokee L. There's also the Wagoneer and the Grand Wagoneer. I think the Grand Cherokees look a little better than the Wagoneers, but I know the insides of those will absolutely blow this out the water. There's supposed to be like 75 inches of touchscreen in there, but I can't wait to get my hands on one of those, if ever. I'm still a small fry out here. But, you know, and also the Dodge Durango. They put a Hellcat engine in the Durango. Like, that could be more of my speed. All right, guys. We got a highway pull about to come up. Heading back to Pittsburgh now from Morgantown. And we got a little curve here. You see how the car handles. Like I said, it's a bit floaty, but it's an SUV, like a 7-passenger SUV. So that's fine. All right, so we're doing 40 miles an hour. Let's see how low we can get it. 37, 36, come on, 35, 35, 35, 35. And we're gonna mash it. $60, $70, $75. All right, that's enough. Yeah, man, this is an SUV that skipped leg day. You know, it's got a lot of brawn, and it's really big, and it's muscly, it can tow, but it's not very fast, and that's fine. I'm sure there is a twin turbo V6 variant of the Jeep Grand Cherokee. It might be in the Summit Reserves. I think it makes about 350 horsepower, so another 50 horsepower on top of what this is. But this is fine. It's very torquey, and because it's all-wheel drive, you can come off the line pretty quickly, or you can tow, and that's kind of what it's made for. It's not a super fast SUV, and once you start making these SUVs super fast, then the price starts going through the roof, because now you got money in the engine, money in the exterior, and money in the interior. So I'm okay with this right now. If I were to go out and buy one, I'd probably opt for one of the Summit Reserves or whatever. But now you're looking at like starting price of like $68,000, and at that point, I'm just gonna go buy me a pre-owned i8 or another Maserati or something. That's a lot of money, you know, for a brand new SUV. But I guess if I got a family of 7, I need to haul them around. It would be a good investment, I guess. I know there's good leasing deals and stuff like that. Who knows? But you know, the car market is pretty crazy right now. You probably get a great deal on trading in your old car to put toward one of these newer ones. All right, let's set up our adaptive cruise control. We're doing 75 right now. I'm gonna click this button right here on the steering wheel, and it's just next to the airbag. Okay, it's giving me all kind of confirmation saying that it's set up. We're gonna press the set button at the top right corner of the steering wheel. ACC, adaptive cruise control, it's set at 74 miles an hour. Let's turn our lane keep assist on. All right, that's on now. Let's see what happens if we start to drift out of lane. Let's move 75 now. So my hands are off the wheel. We got a nice straightaway. Let's tick it to one side, see what happens. It pulls me back into the lane. But yeah, so it's not gonna keep me straight. It just kind of corrects you. So is it giving me any warnings or anything? No. So that's what this system is going to do, is lane keep assist. It's not like Ford's autopilot or not pilot assist or whatever, you know, self-driving. So you do need to pay attention here. This car will run you right up the road if you don't pay attention. Yeah, because it kind of bounces you from lane to lane. You know, if you do it enough times, it'll alert you like rest or wake up or something like that. But it's cool. It's a standard safety feature. I like that it's available and without having to pay any extra for it. Well, all right, guys, it's just starting to rain. There was a storm rolling in, but that was my time with the 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited, the long wheelbase. I absolutely loved it. It gives me all the features I could look for. I mean, I got the blind spot detection, that amazing infotainment system, adaptive cruise control, a little self-driving would be pretty cool, but we'd all know how to abuse that. But it's a good looking vehicle too. Not my favorite looking vehicle, but it looks good for what it is. I really appreciate what Chrysler and Jeep did with the new Cherokee here. It was time for a refresh. And as this one sits here with the upgraded wheels and the sunroof and the infotainment system, it's about $55,000. And I think that's actually a pretty good deal. Now, we should start talking about if Jeep was going to put the Hemi in here, the 5.7 liter V8, or even a 6.4 liter V8. Oh, don't let it be a Hellcat Jeep, let the Trackhawk, you know, so who knows what's coming down the pipeline. Chrysler's always got some up their sleeve, but I love this vehicle. SUVs as a whole are starting to grow on me, so I kind of get it. But the gas prices are also growing. Now, it could be situational due to certain events going on right now, but who knows? I'm always going to be a car guy. SUV will be a second thought. But anyway, my name was Eric. Thank you for watching this episode of The Hungry Road. I really appreciate it. Leave me some criticism in the comments below. Let me know anything I can do better. Remember to like the video, subscribe, comment. What sort of trucks, SUVs, crossovers are you looking forward to? I'd love to get a hold of some and do some more reviews because this is really fun for me. Anyway, guys, take care, stay safe. Thank you.